Ready? Play.
So let's get into some of these matches, and let's start with Emma Raducanu against Wang. What do you think of that as a draw for Emma, Fergus?
Yeah, I mean, it's eager again, isn't it, really? Is what. Obviously, she has to focus on her first round match. Obviously, that's the big one right now.
No, I just mean, what do you think of playing Wang as an opponent?
Oh
in general?
yeah. No, not bad. You know, there are definitely it's a match she should feel as though if the back's not a problem for her, then she can come through quite easily, save up some of her energy before having to, fully focus on Iga. Not that she won't have to fully focus on Wang, but that's a match that I would expect her to come through. And I feel like this season, this second half of this season that she's played already, those matches that you kind of expect her to come through, she has. Obviously, start of the season, she had a terrible run of form. And kind of she's in this clay season. After that quarterfinal run in Miami, she's kind of switched her season around. So yeah, the match that she has been expecting to win, she has won. So I'm thinking that this isn't a bad sort of situation for her. So yeah, but then it's obviously then Iga in round 2, and we all know her head-to-head event against Iga is it 4 or 5, love. But yeah.
Yeah, not sure. But what are your thoughts on this? Because I think I tend to agree with Fergus Brenner that there could have been much worse as an unseeded player in Emma's situation. There could be much worse opponents for her to come up against. I mean, they have played each other once before on the hard court in Linz, indoor hard, I think that is, isn't it? It went 3 sets, hard court. Raducanu, that's her domain, hard court and arguably grass. But clay, I have seen. I know sometimes I'm wary of people, whether they be journalists or experts or otherwise, and they go, "Oh, Raducanu's looking so much better on the clay these days, and she's moving so well." But I have gone in with an objective and maybe even a cynical view on this when I've watched her play, and then I'm like, she is defending really well on this surface in this particular moment. And although I'm not here predicting a Raducanu French Open win, I think I am predicting a first round win against Wang.
I'm predicting a first round win against Wong. I think these are both hard court players. Like Wong's a big ball striker, and Clay is obviously not her preferred surface. So that's kind of like the only reason here. But I don't know if we're thinking about Emma's draw as a whole. Like it's time to start prepping for grass season.
Which I'm sure she will happily do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there's an image of them at the net. They're in Linz. Anyway,
yeah.
both of us are erring towards them. She might drop a set, but I think she's also playing a bit more solid than normal. That might just be what she's doing on clay. She might hopefully return to the sort of all or nothing tennis that I think can still give her some great results on grass and also on the hard court. But for now, maybe just playing a bit more solid and getting some good wins and get herself up the rankings. So that way she goes into slams as a seed. But I think on this occasion, seeded or otherwise, that's not a bad first round for Emma. So I think we're all going for Emma. I'll go Emma in 3.
Emma in 2.
I'll go 2.
Okay, cool. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.